You are joining the Titanic Lie series. In one video I talked about how the hoax has been passed down to generations, and it's probably the most magnetic hoax of all the hoaxes done by the hoaxers. So, this is probably the subject where I've produced the most videos. And I believe I'm on video number 25 or 26. 26, I think. Anyhow, in this video, we are going to explore the spooky aspect of the Titanic. Woo! Okay, now, this is kind of like Twilight Zone. There's a Twilight Zone dimension to the Titanic. Let's listen in.
I know my maternal grandfather was actually on the dockside when she left. He was secretary of the Union Castle Line in Southampton. And my dear Aunt Lily, who's age 94, her father was a ship's engineer with the America Line on the SS St. Louis. And he got the post of an engineer officer on board Titanic. And he had a premonition of disaster. And he decided not to make the trip, so...
See? Look at the little smile. It's not a big one. He had a premonition. Ooh, the spooky aspect of this. And there's plenty more of this spooky aspect, by the way, not just with this gentleman. We're going to hear another one from the hoax liar woman, who I think really is actually the author of A Night to Remember, Walter Lord. So we're going to get to that woman next, because there were premonitions there too in her family and her life.
So you have to tell the tale.
My mother had this dreadful premonition. She'd never had one before, and she never had one after. But she said, no, we can't do this. It's quite wrong. Something dreadful will happen. And I tell you what the sort of woman she was. She got both feet on the ground.
Now, look at that woman. Ooh, wow. It's Walter Lord, I believe. The author of A Night to Remember.
To behave like that was absolutely unbelievable to everyone. But she just had that premonition.
I went up the gangway on the Titanic. And I looked up at it. I said to my father, what a big ship it is. I said, and as we went up the gangway, my father turned white. My mother asked him, "You see him?" He said, no, he was all right. Well, we went up to our cabin. Then we took our coats off and stood on the rail, looking at the people below. It was a boat called the New York. She nearly ran into the Titanic, nearly covered her position. And my father turned around and said, that's a bad omen.
Ooh, a bad omen. Now remember, the ultimate destination of the hoax ship is New York. So they're going to pull like a little mini hoax and try to suggest that the New York, a ship in the port, almost collided with the Titanic and caused a disaster. You'll see it illustrated here.
Captain Gale on one of the tugs, having been such a fine seaman, and prevented collision, or potential collision, when the SS New York double burst for the Oceanic, and the largest ship in the world as she then was, 46,000 tons, as she went by, tremendous undertow, pulled the ship into the park, almost a collision. Captain Gale, with brilliant sergeant, got his tugging position.
Okay, so we talked about an undertow, pulling the New York out from its moors. All right, now let's talk about subconscious. Let's talk about below the conscious level. And what they're trying to say is, whoa, the Titanic is never going to make it to New York. because the New York, the vessel in the passenger shed in the port, almost collided with the Titanic. So it's kind of like a mini premonition of the collision with a fake iceberg from a fake country called Greenland.
A stable collision, and if it had been me in charge, and if there had been a collision, then the sailing would have been delayed another 12 hours, 24 hours, and she wouldn't have been in that place at that time. There were all these little factors which together led to this tragedy. Then we had this ridiculous ruling by the Board of Trade at the turn of the century. It said that any ship with 10,000 tons.
Okay, they're going to start into the lifeboat stuff, and we're not going to get into that in this video. I just wanted to explore the spooky aspects of these premonitions, and there were some of them, I believe in Belfast too. Some of the crew members had premonitions. They even had talked, I believe in one video, about some of the crew members were in the bar the night before, and so they didn't get on board Titanic. Ooh, the premonitions, the spooky aspect, the Twilight Zone of the Titanic hoax that makes it more interesting for those who love the spooky aspect of premonitions. This concludes the video. Thank you for watching the Titanic Lie series. I'm on a roll. Who knows how many I'll produce. I'm having a blast. And if you're watching them having a blast, please let me know. I like to hear from people, even if it's just a few words. Please leave a comment or two and let me know you're out there. Thank you. End of video.